The city is making another attempt to get greater policing powers handed over to local police forces. The Mayor, Geordin Hill-Lewis, joins us now. Hello, Geordin.
Hello, John. Nice to speak to you.
Is this an opportunity, new police minister, maybe a new attitude, so let's try again?
Yes, exactly that. Although I must say we had progress with the now former police minister in that there were certain powers that were devolved under these draft regulations that were published, and encouraging new powers that we have asked for. But we feel that the police minister kind of dipped his toe in the water of devolution, or perhaps put his foot in, but not his whole leg, and certainly didn't jump in. And so we're going to keep pushing for what we originally wanted, which is the full investigatory powers.
Because I don't. Who knows what the new, and I'm not sure what to call him, whether he's the acting police minister, the temporary police minister, or whatever. But Feroz Kachalia, I'm not sure what he's going to think about your proposal. He might be quite behind it, but I wonder if he's going to have the authority to do more in terms of not giving in to you, but in terms of saying, okay, let's talk more seriously about it. Whether
I think he does, because what the previous direction of travel, the devolution of those additional powers is really significant in the recent democratic history. That hasn't happened. So even though they were piecemeal, it's still very significant, and it establishes a direction of travel. So I think now build on that and say, I've taken over, him now speaking as new minister, he's taken over a department in a real time of crisis. Several parts of the department are completely collapsed. Much of the rest of it is under investigation. Let's jump on this opportunity to really reach out to metro governments to get the kind of support that SAPS needs.
What makes you so confident that policing will be better with these investigative powers being given to the Metro Police in Cape Town? I mean, it's hard to imagine. It's hard to imagine how it could be worse. But is there anything more than that makes you know what we've got? The personnel, they've got the training, they have the individual human and official capacity to do it.
No, it's just more eyes and brains on the priority cases. If you look at the gun cases that we bring, we take around 400 guns off the street a year, averaging more than one a day. And as I've highlighted before, less than 5% of those cases result in convictions. Now, that is an absolute travesty. It should be a scandal. And the reason for that is quite simple. It's even hard to blame the investigating officers involved, because they will tell you very directly, well, an illegal firearm case is one of 350 cases I'm currently investigating. And actually, ahead of it, I have got something like 25 murders and 50 rapes, or whatever the case is. So your illegal gun case, frankly, is down my priority list. But we know how important it is to actually put away those criminals that we catch with illegal guns on the Cape Flats. So if we could just take those cases alone, let's just take those 400 cases alone, and make sure that we take them out of that pile from that detective and we investigate them and ensure conviction. What a difference that
makes. Let's assume, for the sake of this discussion, Geordin, this is not going to happen, but let's make that assumption, hypothetically. On the 1st of January next year, the City of Cape Town is granted the investigative authority powers that it has asked for.
Mm.
At what point? I mean, because what? Let me take a couple of steps back. What worries me is that silver bullets are being offered, and policing in this country, in this city, with this city's particular criminal environment, so complex that even if it is given, all right, we've got what we wanted, and a year later, people who live in the Cape Flats, live in Inyanga, live in the suburbs, go, you know what, nothing's changed.
Well, look, I certainly don't offer I'm not sure that there is for other than rapid economic growth for a decade or more, is probably the most closest thing you'll get to silver bullet for crime in South Africa. But what we can do is make a meaningful positive difference. Yeah. If you just, again, take that more than just, on average, more than one gun a day that we take off the streets, if we could raise that conviction rate from 5% to 50%, let's say in the other half we still fail. But that would make such a meaningful difference on the Cape Flats that it's worth pursuing just for that one category of crime.
Geordin, if you don't get an answer from Feroz Kachalia that makes you reasonably confident that he is quite serious about, at least very seriously considering this request, what intergovernmental dispute? I mean, that's something that is available for you. How far away from that are you, would you say?
Well, in 3 years, we've had 3 police, and we have kept up a constant correspondence with all of them on this. And while we have made progress, as I've said, we haven't got what we want. But I think increasingly, the other thing that's happened in those 3 years is that the SAPS has continued to spiral, and actually alarmingly so. So I think increasingly it is irrational to actually not give us the powers that we are asking for, given the state of the SAPS, given the burden on investigating officers, and so on. So yes, I think eventually we have to get there. We've really tried to play as cooperative and collaborative as possible, and it has yielded fruit, as I've said. But we do think we need to push for the whole hog.
Mayor Geordin Hill-Lewis, thanks as always for your time.